Good morning, everyone. Now, how was your weekend? Did you guys have a good time with your 2 days off? And just wondering, over the weekend, did you guys end up going back home to see your loved ones? Now, last Friday, Punita and I suggested that you guys plan a trip back home. And if you guys actually went back home, how was it? What did you guys actually do? And I guess some of you guys also went back to see your boyfriend or your girlfriend, and having a long-distance relationship can be considered more difficult than the most regular relationships, that people do on the regular. You guys see each other every day. But this type of relationship supports communication and trust building, which are a must for any relationship. And also, you learn to appreciate more of the moments you and your loved ones spend together. So we have selected a special song for you guys who are in long-distance relationships, of course, because it's not easy to support you guys. Our first song is by Rizzle Kicks, and the song we're going to play for you guys right now is called I Love You More Than You Think. That was Rizzle Kicks with I Love You More Than You Think. And right now you guys are tuned into What's Poppin' with your boy Brian Ju on this lovely Monday morning on TBS efm 101.3 in Seoul and its surrounding areas, TFN 98.7 in Gwangju, and 93.7 in Yeosu. Now, if you guys have any questions or messages or just want to give us a shout out, please send one to our email, which is efmpoppin@gmail.com. Also, if you haven't already, hit us up on Twitter by following us, which is at TBS What's Poppin'. And if you're interested in our playlist, I want to come check out our website, which is tbsefm.soul.kr/efm/what's poppin'. But for now, a word from our sponsors. Alrighty, y'all, welcome back, and it's time for today's pick. And I know today is Monday, and of course, everyone is exhausted. So what did you guys do over the weekend? As I've already mentioned in the opening, some of you might have taken a trip, to go back home. Some of you might have went on a date with your special loved ones, or maybe you were partying too much, or, of course, a lot of you probably just wanted to rest and you guys just stayed home. Even if you stayed home, people usually, become tired very soon because it's Monday. No one likes Mondays. And on Mondays, you get 월요병, or what we call in the States, Monday blues. Now, the week has started, so you don't think about the past 2 days that you had off. Think about being energized and pumping yourself up right now to get your Monday back on routine. Now, here's some tips that you can do to refresh and relax yourself for the brand new week. Now, try to do some deep breathing meditation. Sit comfortably with your back straight. Put one hand on your chest and the other hand on your stomach, and breathe in through your nose and exhale through your mouth, pushing out as much air as possible and contracting your abdominal muscles. Now, continue to breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth, and try to inhale enough so that your lower abdomen rises and falls, and count slowly as you exhale. And practice mindfulness meditation. Now, choose a quiet environment, get comfortable, but avoid lying down, as they, may lead to you falling asleep because you're comfortable and all that good stuff. Now, sit up with your spine straight, either in a chair or on the floor. You can also try a cross-legged or lotus position. And meditate with your eyes open or closed, whatever you choose. Also, choose to focus on an object in the surroundings to enhance your concentration. So you can close your eyes if you want to, but focus. Make sure you focus and meditate. And don't worry about distracting thoughts that go through your mind or about how well you're doing, because, with time, you're going to learn how to meditate properly. Now, these movements emphasize concentration, relaxation, and the conscious circulation of vital energy throughout your body. So hopefully this will relieve stress for you guys while you guys are trying to meditate and, try to get all the stress out of your system. So we have the perfect song for you guys right now, and it's by Neo, Stress Reliever. That was Neo singing Stress Reliever. I hope you guys release some stress while you guys are listening to this song, trying to, meditate. And speaking of songs, this track is included in Neo's 5th studio album, R.E.D., Red, which stands for Realizing Every Dream. The album contains songs that cross over different genres of music, combining elements of R&B, pop, and dance pop. And this album, you can find the progression in the singer's sound with a deeper lyrical content. Upon its release, R.E.D. has received generally favorable reviews from most music critics. And to talk a little bit more about Neo, in the early 2006, Neo released his debut album, In My Own Words, boosted by its popular second single, So Sick. The album debuted at number 1 on Billboard 200, selling over 301,000 copies in the first week. And during the same week, the single had reached number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100. Then, When You're Mad and Sexy Love, which are Neo's later singles, peaked at number 15 and number 7. His second album, Because of You, was released in 2007, and the album debuted at number 1 on the Billboard Hot 200, selling 251,000 copies in the United States. Wow. That's all I gotta say is wow. And Neo is a great performer. I love his music. It's very chill. You know, he's not very, he doesn't go overboard with his songs, but there's music that you can actually meditate to. So if you guys are trying to meditate, I recommend Neo. Now moving on to the next artist, we have Lauryn Hill on deck. And she once performed with Neo at Shaggy and Friends benefit concert in 2011. So we're going to listen to a song right now and try to figure out if this is an original track or someone else's track. The song is called Can't Take My Eyes Off You by Lauryn Hill. That was the beautiful vocalist Lauryn Hill singing Can't Take My Eyes Off You. Now this track was originally a 1967 single by a great artist by the name of Frankie Valli. Now, the song has been covered by almost 200 artists over the years in many different countries. And in 1998, Lauryn Hill released her own version of the track, and this was number 2 on the Rhythmic Top 40 chart in 1998, and at number 8 on the Australian Singles charts. Now, this version was also nominated for a Grammy Award for Best Female Pop Vocal Performance in 1999. Now, we have another artist up next, and it's going to be the last song for the first half of our show. And the group is called Tomorrow. The song is called Tomorrow, and is by a group called The Roots. Now it features their frontman Raheem DeVaughn. Like Lauryn Hill's song, the next song is characterized by his drum beat. And if you guys don't know anything about The Roots, they have so many great singles. Did a song with Erykah Badu, and I'm just a big fan of The Roots. So if you don't know about The Roots, go online right now, check out their music. Originally from the East Coast, yes, represent the East Coast. And it's gonna be the last song for the first half of our show before we get into Jump Up and Get Down for the second half. And this is The Roots featuring Raheem DeVaughn with Tomorrow. All right, guys, welcome back to the second half of What's Poppin'. Soon we're going to get into Jump Up and Get Down for you guys, which where we play some funky music to wake you guys up on your Monday mornings. To find out what songs we got, you got to stay tuned. But for now, a word from our sponsor. Welcome back to the second half of What's Poppin'. Are you guys ready? Today's Monday, which means the second segment, of course, is called Jump Up and Get Down. Now, literally, don't jump up and get down, because then if you're in the office place, you might get fired, and they're going to call the station and be like, look, Brian, you got me fired. No. Don't literally do it. I'm saying jump up and get down in the musical form. You know, just have a good time. And since today's Monday, you know, I'm going to introduce you guys to some funky music that will make you want to dance around. So up first, we have Candy Dulfer's Get the Funk. Now, even the title clearly says the track's going to be funky, of course. The artist Candy Dulfer is a Dutch smooth jazz and funk alto saxophonist. She started her music life at the age of 6. Yes, that young. Now, she founded her band Funky Stuff when she was only 14 years old. Now, her debut album was released in 1990, receiving a Grammy Award nomination, and she has performed live with Alan Parsons and Pink Floyd. Not only was a musician, but she also was a host for the Dutch television series Candy Meets ... back in 2007 as the host, and she was to interview fellow musicians. Alrighty, guys, so you guys ready for Candy Dulfer's Get the Funk? And right after, we're going to have Super Groove's Can't Get Enough. Yes, that was Super Groove with Can't Get the Funk. Now, information on Super Groove. They're a New Zealand funk rock music group. Now, the band was founded on New Year's Eve in 1989, having previously been named the Lowdown Dirty Blues Band. Now, Super Groove's first release was a single, Here Comes the Super Groove, which wasn't added to their, original albums. Now, Super Groove released 2 albums of original content. Their debut album is called Is Traction, yes, from which 4 singles were taken, and Backspacer, which yielded 2 singles. They split up in 1997 over creative differences, but Super Groove supported Crowded House for the 3 shows of their October 2007 New Zealand tour. Now, this reunion included Che Fu, Jolani, Tim Stewart, Ben Sia, Ian Jones, Nick Atkinson, and Carl Steven. Now, we're moving on for the next artist to Jump Up and Get Down by a song called Mind Made Up by Cooking on 3 Burners. Yes, now Cooking on 3 Burners, I know you guys are probably thinking, like, chemistry class, science class. No, that's the group's name. And they were formed in 1997, and it's Australia's hardest-hitting Hammond organ trio. It joins the dots between deep funk, raw soul, organ jazz, and boogaloo. Yes, and in 2002, they released their first single called Gravel Rash Pie Warmer. By the summer of 2009, the band reached number one on the UK R&B charts with the track called This Girl. Now we're going to play a song for you guys, one of their latest singles, but it sounds very 60-esque. So you guys be the judges for yourself. Check out the fantastic track that they came up with, dripping with soul and sure to fill you guys up to the flow. This is Cooking on Three Burners with Mind Made Up. That was Cooking on Three Burners with Mind Made Up. Now we're going to move on to our next song, which is going to be the last song for our segment. And you know, our next song actually makes me feel like I was alive during the 70s. Yes, it was a great year of funk and great upbeat songs. And we're talking about Earth, Wind, and Fire's September. And this song is characterized by the trumpet sound and the upbeat rhythm, making you want to dance automatically. Exactly. It's like an automatic button. Boop! And you start dancing. It was written by Maurice White, Al McKay, and Allie Willis, and released as a single back in 1978. Now, featured on the band's album, The Best of Earth, Wind, and Fire Volume 1, the band, September, reached number 1 on the US R&B chart, of course, and also reached number 8 on the Billboard Hot 100 and number 3 on the UK singles chart. Like their achievements in the charts, the song appeared many times in other media as well, TV shows, radio, movies, and the song has been featured in films such as The Ringer, Soul Food, Lost and Found, Night at the Museum, and Las Vegas. Now, Earth, Wind, and Fire sang a special TV-related version of the song with the Black Eyed Peas at the 57th Annual Primetime Emmy Awards. Also, the band performed the song in the closing ceremony of the 2002 Winter Olympics. Now, you can find clips of these on the internet, of course. If you haven't seen them and you want to check it out, go online right now. But for now, we got Earth, Wind, and Fire with September. Yes, that was the Earth, Wind, and Fire singing September. Now, that's a throwback moment for me because I remember when I first started off in this business as a K-pop singer, we sang this song at one of our concerts with a very famous and some, I guess you would call him, one of my favorite Korean R&B soul singers. We got Mr. Johan Kim or Kim Johan or George Kim, who actually we did a joint concert with, and we sang the song together. Do you remember? It was a great song. And, you know, it's great to do a show with one of the legends that you looked up to as an artist when you're first coming up in the business and, you know, just a fan of their music, and to be on stage together, that's an exciting feeling. But enough about me and Kim Johan and Hwani. Guess what, y'all? It's time to wrap things up, but we want to thank you guys for being here and listening on our lovely Monday morning, of course. I said one day morning. Monday morning. We had some great funky music for you guys, and hopefully it woke you guys up, because I know a lot of people on Mondays are in their little slump mode. They don't want to get out of bed. They don't want to go to work. They don't want to go to school. But I hope our music helped you guys focus on the important things that you guys have to do on your daily routine. Now, with that said, we have the last song for our Monday morning segment, and it's called Forget You by a group called Vasquez Sounds. So if you haven't heard the song right now or before, we'll get a song for you right now. But don't be too sad, because I'll be back tomorrow at 9:05 sharp with Joe Park. But for now, Vasquez Sounds, Forget You. And this is Brian Ju signing off. Peace.